Hello everyone, and welcome to my YouTube channel called The English Globe. I hope you are all feeling good, feeling relaxed, and ready to learn some English with us today. My name is Adam, and I am so happy to be here with you again for another fun and helpful English learning podcast. As always, I am not alone. I am here with my good friend and English partner, Julia. Julia, how are you feeling today?
Hello, Adam, and hello to all our amazing listeners around the world. I am feeling really good today. I woke up early this morning, I drank a big glass of water, and I did a little bit of stretching and deep breathing to feel calm and happy. I also smiled at myself in the mirror and said, "Let's have a great day today." That small action gave me good energy. I am excited to talk to you all in this new podcast episode.
That sounds wonderful, Julia. I think many of our listeners will love what you just shared. It's such a simple way to start your morning with a positive feeling. Today, we are going to talk about something very special and very helpful for every person, especially for people who want to grow, improve, and feel more confident in life. The title of today's podcast episode is Wake Up with Purpose, Go to Sleep with Pride. It's a beautiful title, and it has a deep meaning.
Yes, that's right. Let's talk about the meaning of this title. What does it mean to wake up with purpose? Well, when we say wake up with purpose, we mean that you should start your day with a clear goal, a clear reason, or a clear direction. Don't just wake up and do nothing. Instead, wake up and say, "Today I want to learn something new," or "Today I want to be kind to other people," or "Today I will try my best at work or at school." That is waking up with purpose. You are giving meaning to your morning. And don't worry if you had a bad day. Some days are not easy. Some days we feel tired or sad or unmotivated. That's okay. We are all human. But when you have a strong morning routine, when you have a small goal, and when you try, just try, that is something to be proud of. Even if the day is not perfect, you still did something good. That's what this podcast is all about.
Yes, and in this episode, we will talk step by step about how you can start your day with a simple, easy, and powerful routine. We will also talk about the little habits you can do to feel better in the morning and feel proud in the evening. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to do everything. But small actions every day can change your life over time.
We will also teach you some important English vocabulary words, simple grammar, and natural sentences that you can use every day. This episode is perfect for beginners, so please listen slowly, repeat after us if you like, and enjoy this time. This podcast is your time to relax, to learn, and to feel better about your English.
So, are you ready, everyone? Let's begin this journey together. Let's learn how to wake up with purpose and go to sleep with pride. I promise, by the end of this podcast, you will learn something new, not only for your English, but also for your life.
All right, let's get started now with the first part of our episode. We will talk about why having a purpose in the morning is so important for your day.
When you wake up in the morning, how do you feel? Do you feel sleepy, tired, or lazy? Or do you feel ready and excited for the new day? Many people wake up and do not know what to do. They check their phone, scroll on social media, or stay in bed for a long time. But if you want to improve your life, and also your English, it is important to start your day with a reason. This reason is called a purpose. Purpose means that you have a goal. A goal is something you want to do. It can be something big like learning English or getting a good job. Or it can be something small like reading one English word or helping your mother with breakfast. When you wake up with a purpose, your brain feels more clear. You feel happy and ready to begin the day.
Having a purpose in the morning is like giving your day a direction. Think about a car. A car needs a direction to go somewhere. If the car just moves without a direction, it will go in circles. Your day is the same. If you don't have a direction, you feel confused. You don't know what to do. That's why you need a morning routine. A routine is something you do every day in the same way. A simple routine can help you feel strong and in control. For example, you can wake up, stretch your body, drink a glass of water, and write your goal for the day. These are small actions, but they are very powerful. You feel more focused, more awake, and more positive when you start your day with a routine.
Let's talk about some examples. Imagine this simple morning. You wake up at 6 a.m. You sit up and take a deep breath. You say to yourself, I will try my best today. Then you stand up and drink a big glass of water. After that, you go to the bathroom and brush your teeth. Then you come back and write down your goal. Today, I will learn 5 English words. Now you are ready. You feel fresh and happy. You did something good in just 10 minutes. That is the power of a morning routine. It gives you energy, and energy helps you move forward.
Let's learn some words now. The word purpose means your reason to do something. For example, my purpose today is to speak English with confidence. The word routine means the things you do every day. For example, my routine is to wake up, brush my teeth, and read a book. The word goal is something you want to finish or do. For example, my goal today is to write 1 English sentence. The word energy is the power in your body. You need energy to move, to speak, to think. You get energy from good food, sleep, and a good routine. The word motivation means the feeling that pushes you to do something. It's like a small voice inside you that says, let's go, you can do it.
Now, let's practice some simple sentences together. These are sentences you can use in your morning routine. First, I wake up at 6 a.m. Repeat after me. I wake up at 6 a.m. Next, I drink a glass of water. Again, I drink a glass of water. Now, I brush my teeth and wash my face. One more time. I brush my teeth and wash my face. Last sentence. I think about my goal for the day. Say it slowly. I think about my goal for the day. These simple sentences can help you speak better English and feel more ready in the morning.
So remember, friends, your morning is the start of your whole day. If you begin with a clear goal and a happy heart, you will feel stronger. You don't need to do many things. Just do 1 or 2 good things every morning. That is enough. Waking up with purpose means you care about yourself. And when you care about yourself, you feel proud at the end of the day.
That's the idea. Start your morning with 1 small goal, 1 small routine, and 1 big smile. This will help your English, your mind, and your life. In the next part, we will talk about the little habits that can change your day even more.
Now that we've talked about waking up with purpose, let's dive into something just as important: small habits. These are the small actions you do every day that may seem insignificant, but when you do them regularly, they can change your day and even your life. You may think that big changes are the only way to see results, but that's not true. Small habits can be just as powerful. For example, making your bed in the morning can help you feel organized and calm, even if your day gets busy. Brushing your teeth or cleaning your room might seem like simple tasks, but they set the tone for a good day. And even something as simple as planning your day with a list can make you feel more in control and ready to face any challenge that comes your way. Today, let's talk about some small habits that can make a big difference in how you feel throughout the day.
Exactly, Julia. When I first started paying attention to small habits, I didn't realize how much they could improve my day. I used to think that habits like making my bed didn't matter because I would just sleep in it again that night. But then I learned that making my bed, even though it's a simple action, helps me feel more organized and calm. When I walk into my room later in the day and I see my bed made, it gives me a feeling of accomplishment, even though it was just a small task. It's almost like it says, I've started the day with something positive, and I've already done something good. And that feeling of doing something good can help motivate you to do even more good things.
Yes, that's such a great point, Adam. You don't need to start your day with something big. Small actions can create a sense of order, help you stay focused, and give you the energy to do even bigger tasks later on. That's why I want to do a short role play with you today. In this role play, I'll be your teacher, and you'll be the student. We will talk about your morning and the small habits you do. By listening to this conversation, our audience can learn new vocabulary and also think about how they can improve their own morning habits. Ready to start?
I'm ready. I'm excited for this.
Good morning, Adam. I hope you had a good sleep. Now, I want to ask you some questions about your morning habits. Let's begin with a simple one. Adam, what is the first thing you do after you wake up in the morning?
Good morning, Teacher Julia. After I wake up, the first thing I do is open my eyes slowly and take a few deep breaths. I like to think about the new day ahead. I feel that it helps me wake up calmly. I try to be grateful for another day to improve myself and learn something new. Then I sit up in bed and stretch my body to get ready for the day. It makes me feel more awake and energized.
That's a great way to start your day, Adam. Stretching is a simple but very important habit. It helps your muscles wake up and it gets your blood flowing. After stretching, what do you do next?
After stretching, I get out of bed and make my bed. At first, I didn't see why making my bed was important, but now I feel good when I do it. It makes my room look neat and organized. It also helps me feel more in control of my space. When I come back to my room later, I feel peaceful because everything looks clean. It feels like I've already done something productive, even before I start my work or study.
I love that, Adam. Making your bed is a small habit, but it can make your whole room feel better. It's like creating a sense of order in your environment, which helps you feel good and calm. Now let's talk about cleaning. Do you have any other habits that help you keep your space clean in the morning?
Yes, I try to clean my room every morning. It's not a big cleaning session, but I pick up things that are out of place. I put my books on the shelf, put my clothes in the laundry basket, and make sure my desk is tidy. When my room is clean, I feel ready to do my work and study. A clean space makes me feel like I can focus better and be more productive.
That's wonderful. Keeping your room clean is another great habit. A clean space helps your mind feel clearer. It's like your environment is supporting you, not distracting you. Now, after you've made your bed and cleaned your room, what's next for you?
After that, I sit down with a notebook and write my to-do list for the day. I think about the important things I need to do, like studying English, finishing my homework, or maybe going for a walk. I write down the things I want to accomplish, and this helps me stay focused. I can see my goals clearly, and I don't forget anything. It also makes me feel like I'm ready to take on the day with purpose.
Great job, Adam. Writing a to-do list is such a useful habit. It helps you organize your thoughts and goals. You can look at the list and feel confident that you know what you need to do. It also helps you stay on track and avoid wasting time. Now let's review some new vocabulary from our role play. The first word we talked about is brush. To brush is to clean something by moving a tool, like a brush, back and forth. For example, I brush my teeth every morning. Another example, I brush my hair before going out.
Next, we talked about bed. Your bed is the furniture you sleep on. For example, I make my bed every morning to keep my room clean.
Yes, that's right. After your bed, you can clean your room. To clean means to make something neat and free of dirt or mess. For example, I clean my room every morning before I go to school. Another example, I clean my desk after I finish studying.
The next word is plan. To plan means to decide what you will do in the future. For example, I plan my day in the morning by writing a to-do list.
Exactly. And the word list is important too. A list is a series of things written down one by one. For example, I write a list of things I need to do today. Or, my shopping list has fruits, vegetables, and bread.
And finally, we talked about write. To write means to put words on paper. For example, I write a to-do list every morning.
As you can see, small habits like making your bed, cleaning your room, and planning your day may seem simple, but they have a big impact. They help you feel more organized, calm, and ready to take on your goals. Try adding 1 or 2 of these habits to your routine tomorrow and see how it feels. Remember, it's not about perfection, but about starting your day with small positive actions.
And don't forget that the way you start your day sets the tone for everything that comes next. Small changes can lead to big results, and that's how you create a positive, productive routine. We hope this conversation helps you get started on building habits that can change your day for the better. Let's talk about something very important: how to stay focused and how to stay motivated. Every day, many students try to study or do their homework, but after some time, they feel tired or they lose interest. They start thinking about other things. Maybe they check their phone or watch TV. Suddenly, they stop working and their tasks are not finished. This is a big problem. So today, we are going to help you understand how to keep your mind on your goals and how to stay positive and motivated even when you feel tired or distracted. The first tip is to manage your time. You should learn how to use your time in a smart way. For example, if you want to study English for 1 hour, don't just say, "I will study for 1 hour." That can feel too long. Instead, break your time into small parts. You can say, "I will read for 15 minutes, then take a 5-minute break. Then I will listen to a podcast for 15 minutes, then review vocabulary." When you break your work into small pieces, your brain feels calm. You know that the task is not too big. It is small and easy to do.
That's right, Adam. When you work in small steps, it becomes easier to focus. This is called time management, and it helps you become more productive. You can even use a timer to help you focus. One popular method is the Pomodoro technique. In this method, you set a timer for 25 minutes and focus only on one task. During this time, you don't check your phone or talk to people. You just work. When the timer rings, you take a short break for 5 minutes. After 4 25-minute sessions, you can take a longer break of 20 or 30 minutes. This method helps your brain work better because it knows that a break is coming soon. So, it's easier to focus. This technique also helps you avoid distractions. A distraction is anything that stops you from working. For example, checking your phone, talking to your friend, or watching a video. To stay focused, you need to remove distractions. Put your phone away, close apps that are not important, and ask others to not disturb you. Tell them, "I am studying now. I will talk to you later." If you create a quiet space for study, your focus will improve a lot.
Yes, Julia. And another important way to stay motivated is by setting small goals. A goal is something you want to do or finish. If your goal is very big, like, "I want to speak perfect English," you might feel nervous or scared because that goal takes a long time. But if you make your goal small, like, "Today, I will learn 5 new English words," then it feels easy. And when you finish it, you feel happy. That feeling of success gives you motivation to do the next thing. Maybe tomorrow, your goal will be, "I will write 5 sentences using new words," and the next day, you say, "I will speak for 2 minutes about my day." Each small goal helps you move forward. When you complete many small goals, you will feel proud, and this pride makes you want to do more. So remember, don't think about the big mountain. Just take one small step today, then another step tomorrow.
I love that example, Adam. It's like climbing a staircase. If you look at the top, it seems far. But if you focus on one step at a time, you will get there. Let's also talk about another helpful tool: making a daily schedule. A schedule is a plan for your day. You can write down your tasks in the morning or the night before. For example, you can write 8 a.m., wake up 8:30 a.m., eat breakfast 9 a.m., study English 9:30 a.m., take a break 10 a.m., listen to podcast. When your tasks are written down, you don't need to remember everything in your head. Your mind feels clear, and you know what to do next. A schedule helps you stay organized. And when you finish one task, you can check it off the list. That small action, checking something off, feels so good. It tells your brain, "Good job, you are moving forward." This small feeling gives you more energy to continue.
That's true. I use a schedule every day. I even keep a notebook where I write my goals, my tasks, and my progress. This helps me remember what I did and what I still need to do. It also shows me that I'm growing. When I feel tired or unmotivated, I look at my notebook and see how much I already finished. It gives me the push to keep going. Another tip to stay motivated is to take care of your health. If your body is tired, your mind will also feel tired. So, make sure you sleep well, drink enough water, eat healthy food, and move your body. You can stretch, take a short walk, or do light exercise. When your body feels good, your brain can focus better. Also, don't forget to rest. It's okay to take a break and relax. You don't need to work every minute. If you work hard, you also need time to rest and recharge.
Exactly. Rest is not a bad thing. Rest gives you new energy. It's just like charging a phone. If your phone battery is low, it won't work well. But when you charge it, it works perfectly. Your brain is the same. Take care of it with breaks, sleep, and healthy food. Now, let's practice some sentences using today's vocabulary. Please repeat after us slowly.
I take a short break after studying for 30 minutes. I focus on one task at a time to avoid distractions. I make a schedule every morning to plan my day. I set small goals so I can stay motivated. I finish my homework before I use my phone.
Very good. Keep practicing these sentences in your own daily life. Use them every day, and soon they will become easy for you. Remember, focus and motivation are not things you are born with. They are skills. You can learn them, and you can improve them with practice.
Yes, Julia. So don't give up, friends. You can do it. Stay focused, stay motivated, and step by step, you will reach your goals. Now that we've talked about waking up with purpose, building small habits, and staying focused, it's time to talk about something just as important: how to end your day. Many people don't think about how they end their day, but it really matters. When you end your day with peace and pride, you sleep better, feel better, and wake up the next day with more energy. So, let's talk about what it means to end the day with pride. This means you take a few minutes at night to look back at your day and feel proud of the things you did. Even if your day was not perfect, even if you made mistakes, there is always something good you can find. Maybe you woke up early, maybe you studied English, maybe you helped your family, or maybe you stayed calm in a difficult moment. These small things matter. Ending the day with pride means you say to yourself, "I did my best today," and you really feel that in your heart.
That's a beautiful way to think about it, Adam. And one simple way to end your day with pride is by writing in a journal. A journal is like a small notebook where you write about your day. You don't need to write a lot. Just write a few sentences in simple English. For example, you can write, "Today I studied English for 30 minutes. I learned 5 new words. I helped my mother clean the kitchen. I feel happy." When you write these things, you are telling yourself that your actions matter. Your time matters. And that makes you feel proud. You can also write about how you feel. Maybe you feel tired, or maybe you feel excited. All feelings are okay. The important thing is to reflect on your day. This means you think about what you did, how you felt, and what you learned. It helps you grow every day.
Yes, and you don't only have to write. If you prefer to speak, you can say these things out loud to yourself before you sleep. Stand in front of the mirror, look at yourself, and say something positive. For example, you can say, "I am proud of my work today," or "I did my best," or "I am learning and growing every day." These small words are powerful. They help your mind become stronger and more positive. When you say good things to yourself, you start to believe them. And when you believe them, you become more confident. So never end your day with negative thoughts like, "I didn't do enough," or "I am not good enough." Instead, find one small success and celebrate it. Even if your day was hard, you still showed up, you still tried. And that is something to be proud of.
That's right. And after you write in your journal or say your positive words, it's important to relax. Your body and your brain need to rest. A calm night leads to a better morning. So after you reflect on your day, take some time to relax. You can drink a glass of warm water, read a simple English story, or listen to calming music. You can also close your eyes and take deep breaths. Inhale slowly. Exhale slowly. This helps your body relax and prepares you for sleep. When you go to sleep with a peaceful mind, you wake up with a fresh and happy heart. You feel ready for a new day, and your brain works better.
Let's practice using some new vocabulary now. I'll say the sentence and you repeat after me. Are you ready? I write about my day in my journal. I feel proud of what I did today. I am happy because I did my best. I relax before I go to sleep. I tell myself good things at night. Very good. Keep practicing these words and sentences every night before bed. You can say them slowly and clearly. You can also write them down in your notebook or journal. The more you use them, the stronger your English will become.
So remember, friends, don't just wake up with purpose. End your day with pride, too. Take time to look at what you did. Say thank you to yourself. Be proud of your progress, even if it is small. Learning English is a journey, and every day is a step forward. You are doing something amazing, and you should feel proud of that.
We're proud of you too. Every time you listen, every time you repeat, every time you try. That is a win. So tonight, before you go to sleep, take a deep breath, smile, and say, I did something good today. Because you did. And tomorrow, you will do even more. Keep going and keep believing in yourself. Julia, many students who listen to our podcast say that they enjoy when we speak slowly, use simple words, and talk about everyday topics like daily routines, because it helps them understand English better and gives them confidence to speak about their own lives. So today, I think it's a great idea if we have a long, easy, and natural conversation about our daily routines from morning to night, and we try to use the present simple tense as much as possible so that listeners can follow along and practice with us.
Yes, Adam, I agree with you completely, because when English learners hear two people talk about things they do every day in a calm and simple way, it helps them improve their listening skills, and they can also repeat the same sentences later by themselves or with a friend. So let's make sure to speak slowly and clearly and use real, everyday English that is useful for people who are just starting their English journey. And let's begin by sharing what we do from the moment we wake up in the morning until we go to bed at night.
Okay, so my daily routine is quite simple but also very consistent. And I believe that having a routine helps me stay focused, stay positive, and complete my tasks. So I usually wake up at 6:30 in the morning. And when I open my eyes, I first take a deep breath and say something positive to myself like, today will be a good day, or I am ready to learn and grow. Then I sit on the edge of my bed for a few minutes just to stretch my back, my arms, and my legs. And after that, I walk to the bathroom where I brush my teeth carefully, wash my face with cold water to feel more awake, and sometimes take a short shower if I feel sleepy or if the weather is hot.
That sounds like a very calm and mindful way to begin your day, and I think it's wonderful that you start with a positive thought because it helps create a good mood for the rest of the day. And for me, I usually wake up around 6 o'clock in the morning, and when I open my eyes, I try not to check my phone right away. Instead, I sit up slowly, stretch my body gently, and take a few minutes to breathe deeply while I listen to the quiet morning sounds outside my window. Then I walk to the bathroom. And like you, I brush my teeth, wash my face, and drink a big glass of water to help my body wake up and feel fresh. And then I go to the kitchen where I prepare my breakfast, which is usually something light like oatmeal with fruit or bread with cheese, and I also make a cup of tea which I drink slowly while thinking about the most important things I need to do during the day.
That's really nice, Julia. And after I finish my breakfast, I usually go to my desk and write a short list of the tasks I want to complete during the day. And I do this because writing things down helps me stay organized and motivated. So I make a list with simple things like record podcast, reply to emails, read 10 pages, and go for a walk. And then I start working on my most important task first, because I know that my energy is higher in the morning and it's easier to focus. So I usually read or write for 1 or 2 hours. Then I take a short break to stand up, stretch, drink water, or walk outside for a few minutes to get some fresh air.
Yes, breaks are really important because they help your brain rest, and I do something similar. So after breakfast, I clean the table and wash the dishes. Then I open my laptop and begin working on my lessons, recordings, or emails. And I try to work for about 1 hour at a time before I take a small break. And during my break, I like to do something simple like walking around the room, looking out the window, or drinking tea. And then in the afternoon, I continue working until about 3 p.m. After which I usually do something more relaxing, like reading a book, doing light exercise, or spending time with my family if they are at home.
That sounds like a nice balance between work and rest. And in the evening, I try to relax too, so after I finish all my work, I take a slow walk outside if the weather is good, or I watch something light like an English movie or a documentary. Then I eat my dinner around 7:30 p.m., and after dinner I don't use my phone too much because I want my eyes and mind to relax. And around 8 p.m., 9 p.m., I take a warm shower, brush my teeth, write a few sentences in my journal about what I did during the day, and then I lie down in bed, take a few deep breaths, and try to sleep by 10 p.m.
My evening is a bit similar to yours, so after I finish my work, I prepare and eat dinner. Usually something healthy like soup or rice with vegetables. Then I clean the kitchen and turn off my computer and phone to rest my mind. And sometimes I write in my journal about the things I'm thankful for, or the small wins of the day, like I helped a student, or I learned a new word. And after that, I like to read a few pages of a book before sleeping. And I usually go to bed around 10:30 p.m. feeling calm and happy.
That was a great conversation, Julia, and I hope our listeners enjoyed hearing about our daily routines. And I want to remind them that they can also practice speaking by talking about their own routine every day, even if it's simple, because speaking about real life in English is the best way to build fluency and confidence.
Yes, and listeners can write their routine in a notebook using present simple tense, or they can speak in front of a mirror every morning and say things like, I wake up at 7 a.m., I brush my teeth, I eat breakfast, and I go to school. And by doing this every day, they will see a big improvement in their English.
Julia, one thing I truly believe can make a big difference for English learners, especially those who are just beginning their journey and sometimes feel nervous or unsure, is learning how to use simple, positive English every morning to create a strong and focused mindset. Because when you start your day with encouraging words in English, not only do you begin to train your brain to think more clearly and speak more confidently, but you also begin to believe in yourself more deeply, which helps you face your day with more energy, more joy, and more purpose, even if the day is full of challenges or difficult tasks. And that is why I think we should now share with our listeners how they can build this type of mindset every single morning using very simple English that they can say, write, or even think about while they're brushing their teeth, walking to work, sitting quietly, or just waking up.
Yes, Adam. I love that idea because I have seen in my own life and in the lives of many of my students that when we begin the morning with positive, strong thoughts, and when we speak those thoughts out loud in English using simple words like I am learning, I feel strong, or today is a new day, we not only improve our English skills naturally by repeating real everyday phrases, but we also begin to feel more confident, more relaxed, and more excited to do our best. And that's why saying these kinds of sentences every morning, what we call affirmations, is a powerful tool that anyone can use, even complete beginners, because it only takes 1 minute to say something kind or motivating to yourself. And that one small action in English can completely change the way you feel and help you carry that feeling with you all day long.
So let's now try giving our listeners a few of these positive sentences, these affirmations, that they can say every morning. And the best part is they are very easy to remember, very easy to say, and very helpful for both the mind and the heart. So for example, one of my favorites is, I am learning every day. And when I say this, I try to say it slowly and clearly, not just with my voice, but with real belief in the meaning of the words. Because every time I say, I am learning every day, I remind myself that progress doesn't need to be fast. It just needs to be real. And I encourage our listeners to stand in front of a mirror, look into their own eyes, smile a little, and repeat this sentence 2 or 3 times. I am learning every day. I am learning every day. I am learning every day. And when you say it like that, you begin to feel proud of yourself and your English journey.
And Adam, another sentence I love to say, and I think it's perfect for all our beginner students who want to grow, feel better, and speak with more hope and strength, is this one. I am doing my best, and I feel proud. Because no matter where you are in your learning journey, whether you just know a few English words or you're starting to speak in full sentences, you are doing something special. And saying I am doing my best and I feel proud is not just about your English. It's about everything you do in your day. So let's say it together now for our listeners slowly and clearly so they can repeat with us. I am doing my best and I feel proud. I am doing my best and I feel proud. I am doing my best and I feel proud. And I promise you, if you say this every morning, even when you feel tired, even when your English is not perfect, you will start to feel better about yourself, and that feeling will give you more energy to learn and grow.
And you know, Julia, another powerful tool our learners can use in the morning, besides positive affirmations, is asking themselves simple morning questions in English that help them focus their minds on good things, on new goals, or on the people they want to help, and these questions don't need to be long or difficult. In fact, the best questions are short and clear, like, what can I learn today? What makes me happy today? Or, how can I help someone today? Because when you ask a question like, what can I learn today? Your brain starts to look for answers like, I can learn 1 new English word, or I can practice speaking for 5 minutes. And that little answer can guide your whole day in a positive direction, while also giving you a real reason to use your English, not just for studying, but for life, for growth, and for success.
Yes, and I think the best part is that these questions and affirmations are tools you can use forever. Not just during your first year of learning English, but every single day of your life if you choose. And the more you use them, the stronger your English becomes, and the stronger your confidence becomes too. So to all of our listeners, we want to invite you to create your own morning English practice by doing 3 simple things. Number 1, say 1 or 2 affirmations like, I am learning every day, or I am doing my best. Number 2, ask 1 small morning question like, what will I do today that makes me proud? And number 3, take 1 minute to breathe deeply, smile, and say to yourself in English, this is my day, and I will use it well. Because these small actions in simple English can truly make your morning better, your day more focused, and your journey more joyful.
One of the most powerful ways to improve your English, especially if you are a beginner and sometimes feel confused or lost when you try to speak or listen, is by choosing to learn just 1 small and simple thing every single day. Like 1 word that you didn't know before, or 1 sentence that you can use in your daily life. Because even though it sounds very small, when you do this again and again every day, it becomes a strong habit. And this habit helps you grow slowly, step by step. And you start to feel more confident, more happy, and more proud of yourself. Because you can say, yes, I learned something today, and I remember it. And when you look back after 1 week or 1 month, you will see that you know many new words and you can speak many new sentences, all because you gave yourself the time and care to learn just 1 useful thing each day.
I love that, Adam, because I've seen so many students who feel like they need to learn everything at once or study for 5 hours in 1 day, and when they forget something or don't understand a hard word, they feel sad or think they're not good enough. But I always tell them that learning 1 new thing every day is like planting 1 small seed in a garden. If you plant 1 seed today, another tomorrow, and another the next day, then very soon your garden is full of beautiful flowers. And your English becomes like that too, full of useful words, natural phrases, and simple but strong sentences that help you talk about your life, your goals, and your dreams. And the best part is that it only takes a few minutes a day to do this. So even if you are busy, tired, or just starting out, you can still make real progress.
So let's imagine this together. It's early morning, you wake up, and before checking your phone or thinking about your day too much, you take a small notebook, open a page, and write down one new word. Maybe a word like relax. And you say it slowly. Relax, relax, relax. Then you write a sentence like, I relax in the evening after dinner. And after that, all day, you look for a way to use this word. Maybe you say it out loud. Maybe you write it in a message. Maybe you just think about it in your mind. And this one word becomes a part of you. And tomorrow you do the same with another word, like prepare. And you write, I prepare my clothes before bed. And with each day, your list grows longer, your memory gets stronger, and your English becomes more natural, more real, and more a part of your life.
And one thing I always tell my beginner students that really helps them stay motivated and excited is to create what I call a daily English success journal, which is just a very simple notebook or digital file where they write down each word they learn every day, along with a sentence, maybe a picture, maybe even how they felt when they used it. And over time, that journal becomes a personal English book full of your own words, your own progress, and your own memories. And when you feel tired, confused, or unmotivated, you can open your journal, read your sentences, and say to yourself, look at how much I have learned. I am doing a great job. And that feeling of pride is so important because it keeps your heart happy and your mind strong. And it reminds you that you are not just studying English, you are building a new skill, a new life, and a new way to express who you are.
One of the most powerful ways to improve your English, especially if you are a beginner and sometimes feel confused or lost when you try to speak or listen, is by choosing to learn just one small and simple thing every single day. Like one word that you didn't know before or one sentence that you can use in your daily life. Because even though it sounds very small, when you do this again and again every day, it becomes a strong habit. And this habit helps you grow slowly, step by step, and you start to feel more confident, more happy, and more proud of yourself. Because you can say, yes, I learned something today, and I remember it. And when you look back after 1 week or 1 month, you will see that you know many new words and you can speak many new sentences, all because you gave yourself the time and care to learn just one useful thing each day.
I love that, Adam, because I've seen so many students who feel like they need to learn everything at once or study for 5 hours in one day. And when they forget something or don't understand a hard word, they feel sad or think they're not good enough. But I always tell them that learning one new thing every day is like planting one small seed in a garden. If you plant one seed today, another tomorrow, and another the next day, then very soon your garden is full of beautiful flowers and your English becomes like that too, full of useful words, natural phrases, and simple but strong sentences that help you talk about your life, your goals, and your dreams. And the best part is that it only takes a few minutes a day to do this. So even if you are busy, tired, or just starting out, you can still make real progress.
So let's imagine this together. It's early morning, you wake up, and before checking your phone or thinking about your day too much, you take a small notebook, open a page, and write down one new word, maybe a word like relax, and you say it slowly, relax, relax, relax. Then you write a sentence like, I relax in the evening after dinner, and after that, all day, you look for a way to use this word. Maybe you say it out loud, maybe you write it in a message, maybe you just think about it in your mind. And this one word becomes a part of you. And tomorrow you do the same with another word, like prepare. And you write, I prepare my clothes before bed. And with each day, your list grows longer, your memory gets stronger, and your English becomes more natural, more real, and more a part of your life.
And one thing I always tell my beginner students that really helps them stay motivated and excited is to create what I call a daily English success journal, which is just a very simple notebook or digital file where they write down each word they learn every day, along with a sentence, maybe a picture, maybe even how they felt when they used it. And over time, that journal becomes a personal English book full of your own words, your own progress, and your own memories. And when you feel tired, confused, or unmotivated, you can open your journal, read your sentences, and say to yourself, "Look at how much I have learned. I am doing a great job." And that feeling of pride is so important because it keeps your heart happy and your mind strong. And it reminds you that you are not just studying English, you are building a new skill, a new life, and a new way to express who you are. Every single day is a new opportunity to begin again, to learn something new, and to become a little better than the day before. And that's why it's so important to begin your mornings with the right mindset, a mindset that is positive, calm, and full of purpose. And one of the most powerful ways to do that is by practicing affirmations, which are short, strong sentences that you say to yourself to feel confident, strong, and ready for the day ahead. And these affirmations, even if they are simple, help you build your inner strength, especially when you say them out loud in English. Because not only are you training your mind to think in a positive way, but you are also practicing your speaking, pronunciation, and listening skills at the same time. So today, Adam and I are going to share with you some beautiful and easy affirmations that you can say every morning, and we'll say them slowly, clearly, and in a way that helps you repeat them after us, so you can feel the meaning in your heart and grow your English confidence at the same time.
Let's begin with something very simple but powerful, and I want you to listen carefully and then repeat after me when you're ready. And as you say each sentence, I want you to really believe it, to say it like you mean it, because even if your voice is quiet or unsure at first, your confidence will grow with practice. So here we go. I wake up with a smile. This sentence is short, but when you say it in the morning, you begin your day with a feeling of happiness and gratitude, and smiling, even a small smile, sends a message to your brain that today is a good day and that you are ready to enjoy it. So let's say it together again. I wake up with a smile. Now try this one. I am ready for this day. It doesn't matter if today will be busy, quiet, or even difficult. When you say this sentence, you tell yourself that you have the strength and energy to handle anything that comes your way, and that you believe in yourself. So say it slowly, I am ready for this day, and feel your confidence grow.
That's wonderful, Adam. And now let's continue with a few more affirmations that are perfect for English learners. Because when you connect your learning journey with your morning routine, you make English a part of your daily life in a natural and beautiful way. And these sentences will help you stay focused, motivated, and proud of your efforts. So try this one. I am learning English with confidence. This is a powerful sentence, especially for beginner learners, because sometimes we feel nervous or shy about speaking. But when you say this out loud, you tell yourself that it's okay to make mistakes and that learning is a process that takes time and practice. So let's repeat it. I am learning English with confidence. Good. Now say, I am strong, I am smart, and I can do hard things. This one is longer, but each word is like a small step that builds your power, your intelligence, and your courage to face challenges. So even when you feel tired or unsure, this sentence reminds you that you are capable of great things. Yes, even as an English learner, you are already making progress just by listening to this podcast.
Now let's bring more energy to our words and say, I speak English every day and I improve every day. This sentence is not only positive, but also a promise to yourself, because when you say it every morning, you are setting a goal to use your English in some way today, whether it's talking to a friend, writing a message, or listening to a podcast like this one. And you are also reminding yourself that improvement comes from small daily efforts, not from being perfect. So try saying it with me now. I speak English every day, and I improve every day. Let's try another one. I believe in my future. It's simple, but it's powerful. Because when you believe in your future, You are not just thinking about where you are today, you are thinking about where you are going, and that mindset helps you stay positive, patient, and proud of your growth.
Let's add more kindness and peace to our mornings with this one. I choose to be calm, focused, and happy today. It's so important to make a choice every morning about how we want to feel, and this sentence helps you start the day with calm energy, strong focus, and a light heart. And even if your day becomes stressful or busy later, repeating this affirmation helps your brain stay relaxed and confident. So try it slowly. I choose to be calm, focused, and happy today. Now, here's a beautiful way to end your morning affirmations. I am proud of who I am. Say it again. I am proud of who I am. This sentence reminds you that you don't need to be perfect to feel proud. You are already enough, and your efforts, your learning, your small wins each day, they all matter, and they all make you the strong person you are becoming.
All of these affirmations can be said in the morning after you wake up, maybe after you brush your teeth, while you're looking in the mirror, or even while you are making your bed or drinking water. And the more often you repeat them, the more they become a part of your thinking, your speaking, and your daily habits. And one great idea is to write your favorite 3 affirmations in a notebook or on a piece of paper and keep it near your bed so you can read them every morning and start your day with power and peace. And remember, it's okay to feel shy at first or unsure if you are saying them perfectly, because with time, your pronunciation will improve, and more importantly, your confidence will grow. And these words will begin to feel real inside your heart. And that's when learning becomes not just a task, but a joyful part of your life.
Yes, and if you want to take it one step further, you can even write your own affirmations in English. Just start with simple words like I am, I can, or I choose, and then add something true or positive about yourself, like I am learning, I can focus, I choose to try my best. And when you write your own sentences, you practice your writing skills, your thinking skills, and you begin to connect your English with your feelings, which makes your learning deeper and more personal. And remember, your affirmations don't need to be long or complicated. They just need to feel true and encouraging to you. So try saying your favorites every morning this week, and you'll be surprised how powerful this small habit can be. As we come to the end of this episode, I want to share 3 easy tips for waking up with a purpose. And these are tips that anyone can do, no matter where they are on their English learning journey or how busy their life may seem. Because these tips are simple and they can make a huge difference in how you feel in the morning. So the first tip is, start your morning with a clear intention. And by that, I mean as soon as you wake up, take a deep breath and decide what one thing you want to focus on that day, whether it's learning one new English word, finishing one task, or simply having a peaceful and calm day. Because when you start your day with purpose, you not only give your brain something clear to do, but you also create a sense of direction, which helps you feel more confident and in control of your time. The second tip is, create a simple morning routine that works for you, and this routine doesn't have to be long or complicated. Maybe you start by drinking a glass of water, making your bed, and writing one sentence in English, because these small habits, when done regularly, not only help you wake up with energy, but they also give you a feeling of achievement right from the beginning of your day. And finally, my third tip is, set one small goal for the day, something achievable like, I will practice speaking English for 10 minutes, or I will read one short article, because when you set small, clear goals, you give yourself something to look forward to and work towards. And at the end of the day, when you check off that goal, you feel proud, accomplished, and ready to rest, knowing you've used your time wisely.
Those are such great tips, Julia. Now, I'd like to share 3 ways that you can feel proud before you go to sleep each night. And these methods are easy to follow and can make a big difference in how you feel about yourself and your progress. So the first way to feel proud before sleep is reflect on your day. And I mean really take a moment to think about what went well, even if it was something small, like learning a new word in English or completing a task you set for yourself. Because when you reflect on your successes, you remind yourself of your abilities, and that positive thought can make you feel proud of what you've accomplished. The second way is, write down 3 things you are thankful for, and even if your day wasn't perfect, focusing on gratitude helps shift your mindset to something positive, like, I am thankful that I had a good breakfast, or I am thankful that I practiced my English. And this simple act of writing down what you're thankful for creates a sense of pride in your own life. And finally, the third way is, tell yourself something positive before you sleep, like, I am proud of the work I did today, or I am getting better every day. Because when you say these kinds of encouraging words to yourself, you build a mindset that helps you feel confident and proud, which in turn helps you fall asleep feeling peaceful and motivated for the next day.
Now that we've shared these tips, I want to encourage all of you to try just one thing from today's episode. Whether it's starting your morning with a simple intention, writing down one sentence in English every morning, reflecting on your day before sleep, or simply telling yourself, I am proud of what I did today. And remember, no matter how small or simple it may seem, these little steps can make a huge difference in how you feel, how you learn, and how you grow. So take one of these ideas, try it tomorrow, and see how it changes your mindset, your English, and your daily life.
Thank you so much for listening to today's episode on the English Globe. We really hope you enjoyed it, and we hope that the tips and ideas we shared will help you wake up with purpose and go to sleep with pride every single day, no matter where you are on your English learning journey. Remember, consistency is key, and even the smallest step forward is still progress, so take what you've learned today, practice it, and keep growing because you're doing amazing.
Yes, thank you again for joining us. And if you found today's episode helpful, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below to let us know what you think and to share your own experiences with us. We'd love to hear how you're applying these tips in your own life. And remember, your feedback helps us make this podcast even better for you. So don't be shy. Tell us what you're enjoying and what you'd like to learn more about.
And of course, stay tuned for our next episode, where we'll be talking about how to build confidence in speaking English with lots of great tips and advice that you won't want to miss. So, until next time, keep practicing, stay motivated, and remember that every day is a new opportunity to improve. See you soon, everyone.